Hi, it's Bill Miles here, photographer, director, creator of Visual Media Mastery, the place to be if you're an online entrepreneur looking to level up your video, live casts, and photography skills to increase engagement and conversions. In this video, I want to talk to you about audio quality of your videos and your live cast for that matter. It's the same conversation. So the audio quality, the sound quality of video is super important. You may have heard it said that in a film, in a feature film and so forth, that the emotional quality of that film is at least 50% influenced by the sounds that you hear, the ambiance and the sound quality. And that's also really true of your video. We have a large capacity as a viewer to tolerate imperfect visual as video, right? It can be a little jerky, it can be a little bright, a little dark, a little moody or whatnot. But if the audio quality, if the sound quality is not good, it's very irritating and we have a very low tolerance for poor sound quality. So I want to talk to you about how you can improve the sound quality of your video. Now, an easy thing to do is to simply use like the earbuds, the headsets that come with your smartphone, if that's what you're working on, or some other headset that goes around your face and has a microphone. That will definitely improve things, but of course you're going to see that, and it may be something that you don't necessarily want to be filmed with wearing. So there are a couple of common solutions for microphones. The most common microphone is a shotgun microphone, and that's what I'm using here, and I actually have two of them. And you'll see up here we've got a shotgun mic that's mounted on a boom, and it's just out of the main frame, but we bring it as close as possible to just clear the frame, and that really kind of targets this area and will give you great sound quality and kind of isolate things around you. It won't eliminate the other noises around you, but it will do a good job of separating you from the ambient noise in the environment. Then you'll see over here, I'm going to just come over here, that we have another shotgun mic, and I have this mounted on top of this camera. And the reason I have two of them going is this is really a backup. If something should happen to the recording of the primary one, I've got this as a backup. You could also use this as your primary, and that would be enough. But the problem with that is you can't get as close to me, to my face, as you can with a boom mounted microphone. And the closer you can get to the source, the better the quality is going to be. So shotgun mics are a great way to go. Now, it's important also where you have that feeding into. In the case of my camera over here, I have that microphone actually feeding into the camera itself. So the audio track is being recorded alongside the visual track, the video track, right? So they're inseparable, basically. They're together. On this microphone, I have this connected to an external recording device, which is right here. In this case, it's a Tascam D40, which is kind of an industry standard, but there are several out there. And so this is recording the sound separately from the camera. So what that means is that in editing, I will need to combine those files and synchronize them. I'm not going to go into detail about that because that's a whole editing conversation, but know that if you are going to record your sound separately, you are going to have to synchronize the sound tracks with the video tracks in editing. All right, the other popular type of microphone is called a lav, which is short for lavalier. And that's the little microphone you see me wearing right now, which is right by my face. And you'll see that on newscasters and so forth. And the reason to use a lavalier mic is that it really isolates your voice from the ambient environment. Now, why would you want to do that? If you're in a noisy environment, this does a great job. I've done a lot of filming, even like in a rainstorm, and a shotgun mic might pick up the sound of all the rain hitting the roof and so forth. This isolates it. If you're in a crowd, this helps isolate. Now, it's not perfect, but it does a lot better job isolating than a shotgun mic. Note that the sound quality, while good, is not quite as good as you can get with a shotgun mic. So I always prefer the shotgun mic in a controlled environment, but certainly the lavalier has a lot benefits and a great purpose. And in fact, if you opt for only one mic, I would probably choose a lavalier because it's so versatile. Now, another reason a lavalier mic is great is you can move and the distance between the mic and your voice stays the same. So if I walk over here, for example, I've now changed my position relative to the microphone. And that makes a huge difference in the sound quality. Now it's become more muddled, it's become quieter, it's just not optimal at all. But the lavalier mic stays with me, so I can walk around. If I'm up on stage, if I'm working a crowd, if I want to make a demonstration, if I'm in the kitchen doing a cooking demonstration, moving from the oven to a cutting area, to a washing area, to a cupboard, to a table or something, a lavalier is great because it stays with you as you move. Now, the lavalier, generally speaking, will attach to a radio-controlled transmitter, which in this case I have here and I'm putting in my pocket. It could be in my back pocket. It doesn't have to go to a radio transmitter, but that transmitter then sends a signal, and that signal, in my case, is picked up by a receiver here, and that receiver then is connected to this external recorder. Of course, that could also be connected directly to your camera. Now, if you don't want to have that freedom to walk and move around, and you're going to be stationary, you can get a lav mic that just has a long cord that can plug right into your camera. Those are much less expensive because you don't need the transmitter and receiver, and it's just much more convenient to use. So if I know I'm going to stay put here as I'm talking to you, and that lav can just have a cord going right to the camera, boom, I'm all set. That's all you need. Hopefully this serves you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for listening.